Hello, and welcome to Top Trends, where we delve into the murky, often terrifying world of technology that's one update away from achieving sentience and enslaving us all. Just kidding. Probably. Today, we're diving headfirst into the digital rabbit hole that is China's DeepSeek AI. Now, you might be thinking, DeepSeek what now? And frankly, you wouldn't be alone, but trust me, this isn't some obscure bit of code buried deep in the internet. This, my friends, is a big deal. Over the next 15 chapters, we're going to unpack why this particular AI has Americans more spooked than a spider in their slippers, and why its sudden disappearance from the internet has everyone even more nervous. Buckle up, kids, it's going to be a wild ride. Alright, let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say the panda in the server room. Data privacy. It's the digital equivalent of locking your front door, except with DeepSeek, it's more like leaving your door wide open, handing the keys to a stranger and saying, feel free to make yourself at home, and by the way, here's a detailed map of my house and the security codes just in case. Now, we've all become somewhat accustomed to tech companies hoovering up our data like a Roomba on a Cheeto-dusted carpet. But DeepSeek? They're playing a different game. We're talking facial recognition software that could make even the most stoic poker player sweat. Imagine a world where your every move, every twitch, every awkward interaction with your high school crush at the grocery store is cataloged and analyzed. And here's the kicker. DeepSeek was initially developed for law enforcement in China. Now, I'm not saying that every government-funded AI is automatically sinister, but it does raise certain concerns. Think about it. In a country where freedom of speech isn't exactly encouraged, what happens when an AI designed to track and monitor falls into the wrong hands? The implications are about as chilling as a polar bear wearing a Hawaiian shirt in a blizzard. Your face becomes a digital passport, one that can be used to track your movements, predict your behavior, and potentially even silence dissenting voices. Let's not beat around the bush here. When it comes to DeepSeek and government surveillance, the line between speculation and reality is about as clear as a glass of milk after a toddler's used it to practice their dunking skills. The Chinese government has made no secret of its desire to become a global leader in AI technology, and DeepSeek was a shiny, high-tech feather in their cap. But with great AI power comes, well, you know the rest. The potential for misuse is about as subtle as a sledgehammer in a china shop. Imagine a system so sophisticated that it can identify individuals based on their gait, their clothing, even their emotional state. Now, imagine that system being used to target political dissidents, journalists, or anyone else deemed a threat to the powers that be. Suddenly, those dystopian sci-fi novels your aunt keeps trying to foist upon you don't seem so far-fetched, do they? The truth is, we may never know the full extent of DeepSeek's surveillance capabilities, and frankly, that's a thought that should keep you up at night. It's like finding a spider in your bathtub. Even if it's small and harmless looking, you know it's capable of much worse. And you're not going to be able to relax until it's gone. Chapter 3. National Security Risks, DeepSeek Goes Global. So far, we've mainly focused on DeepSeek's impact within China, but here's the thing about technology. It doesn't respect borders. It's like a particularly ambitious pigeon. It goes wherever it pleases, leaving its digital droppings wherever it lands. And that's where things get really interesting, or should I say terrifying, for the United States. Imagine this. Chinese intelligence officials using DeepSeek to track the movements of American diplomats, military personnel, or even just regular citizens traveling abroad. Suddenly, we're not just talking about individual privacy violations, we're talking about a potential threat to national security on a scale we haven't seen before. It's like giving your nosy neighbor a pair of X-ray glasses and free reign of your house. Except in this case, the house is the entire country. And then there's the issue of espionage. Imagine a rival government or even a rogue actor getting their hands on DeepSeek's technology. They could use it to steal state secrets, disrupt critical infrastructure, or even sow chaos and discord within our own borders. The bottom line, DeepSeek isn't just a Chinese problem, it's a global one. And the sooner we start treating it that way, the better. The future of AI, proceed with caution. Well folks, there you have it, a crash course in DeepSeek AI, a technology that's as fascinating as it is frightening. We've covered a lot of ground here today, from data privacy concerns to national security risks, and the truth is, there are no easy answers. The world of artificial intelligence is complex and constantly evolving, and it's up to all of us to stay informed, ask tough questions, and demand transparency from the companies and governments developing these powerful tools. Because at the end of the day, AI has the potential to be an incredible force for good in the world. But like any powerful tool, it can also be misused, so let's make sure we're using it wisely before it's too late.